Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. We're going to do the next part of previous video that I did with the orange team and how they were playing absolutely atrocious. So we're going to look at the blue side and see why these guys are so much better. And really, it comes down to just game sense. So let's jump into it and let's break down why they're so much better than the orange team. Good kickoff, sends it right to his teammate here. Right? So this is actually pretty good because obviously you can send the pass to your teammate if you know how to control it. And, I mean, he kind of just dodged forward into it, but Bogo's there ready for it just in case. Okay, I don't really think he should go, you know, super fast, but the effort is definitely there. Good try on the cut. Let's look at Potato here. A little bit aggressive there. Alright. He goes when... He's going to have to go either way, but a lot of times, the weakest part of a dribble like this is usually if you challenge early enough, or when you know the ball is kind of away from the opponent's car, and you can tell that the ball is kind of going at least like a little bit faster than the opponent, so he couldn't even reach it. Let's go back on his point of view. Yeah, he wasn't able to reach this ball, so Enzo was able to see that, and he cut in relatively early. And plus, you know what? What's smart is that you challenge as early as possible because you don't want the, you know, the play to set up here. Right? If you find yourself in a situation, you're going to have to find ways to stop this play quickly because his teammate over here isn't ready at all, and since he's last back, he's going to have to cover the net. So this is just one of those scenarios where you can't be too passive, because if you find yourself too passive, then you're also not effective anyway. So that's why you got to challenge as quickly as you can. Just be mindful of that. So that was a really good job, Enzo's part. He actually didn't fully commit to this either. This is important because this play, it looks like he can actually get this ball, right? But he can't. He possibly can, right? But if he did, let's be honest, if he dodges into the ball this way, the ball is just going to bounce right back off the wall, right? That's not really going to do anything, and his teammate is somewhere back here. So if the ball does bounce back out after Warped challenges it, right, Rexy can still just turn around after anyways. And if they're, you know, they were playing like trash, but if they were a good team, they'd recognize that Enzo overcommitted like crazy and there's all this uncontested space and his teammate is just back there gonna be in a 2v1. So this is good, right? Because it's okay to fake challenge and go out. What he wants to do and what you should be doing is trying to find ways for the opponents to get rid of possession. And obviously this isn't that dangerous because Enzo knows that his teammate is covering this area somewhere, right? Teammate is back there. So he can just fake challenge and help out his teammate a little bit after. So let's see how this works. Right? If the ball can't really be scored like immediately like this, you don't really need to challenge unless you know you have a good beat. So it goes into corner. Corner's the safest part of the field. Bogo's able to get the ball, so that's good. He's positioning in a really good spot here just in case there's a pass. Well, there isn't. That's okay. He can chill around here, which he does. He waits perfectly just in case if Rexy decides to throw away the ball, and he does. Look, remember this play from the other video? He didn't need to do anything, right? Nobody was challenging. You see this? Nobody's challenging. And he's too busy tunnel visioned, and you don't want to have that either. So it's all decision making, right? That's all it is. Let me just close my door real quick. Wait. Okay. Close the door real quick. My dog's barking. All right. So Good on him for positioning in a spot to cover for that, just in case, right? And he's not really that overcommitted either, right? He's in a spot to react to anything, right? If the ball gets pushed out more towards middle, he can get that. Or if it's pushed over here, he can follow through with it, right? It doesn't matter. Or if Rexy misses the ball, he can go ahead and drive straight towards the ball. It literally doesn't matter what the orange guy does, because he can cover everything. Good try. Nice. You see how? Look at this. This is perfect. Look how he's staying in the play. This is really good. Because it's not that dangerous, right? The ball isn't going to fly into the net, so he can actually afford to be a little bit close. Okay, this is a little bit iffy, but he gets a good 50 on it. I'm not really glad this is a thing, because a lot of times the ball can pinch behind him, and we saw that his teammate is all the way over there with no boost, so this can easily be the ball can go around him, and the both of them can go for a play while he's like all the way out there. So this actually isn't good. I wouldn't recommend you do this. He didn't need the challenge. And again, it's the same thing here. It's just overcommitting here. That was a good try on the save here. What happened to Bogo's? Yeah, he gets bumped. It's okay. Bad shot on their part. Pretty decent pinch. Okay, this is kind of bad from... See, these guys aren't, like, you know, perfect either. He went for a display, which wasn't necessary, because Warped can easily go after this. So don't do this. No, now he's putting his teammate in a 2v1. But what's interesting, Bogos doesn't panic. He waits. He sees that Warped Ghost can possibly fail this, and he does, right? Look at his car positioning. Look how wonky he looks. See that? He's facing the wrong way when he lands. So he doesn't need to go after this right away, so he's going to wait a second. And he goes after it. And he beats both players. I don't know what the objective is here. I think he wanted to pass to his teammate, but or he take a shot. This is bad from the blue team here. You don't want to dive in like this because obviously Bogos is already there. And if the ball goes past Enzo, then no one's covering the net, then it's an easy goal. So again, blue team isn't playing super amazing right now, but as you can see, they're still a lot more conscious with what they're doing. Okay, this was really weird. He should have kept ball cam on here, actually, because he has no clue what the opponents are doing here. This is extremely risky. Instead of jumping up and wasting his boost, he could have just simply drove, right? Just take the risk and just drive up the wall, keep your boost, use it so you can hit the ball farther and faster away from the net rather than this. So this isn't good. What happens here? Yeah, Warped got too close, right? Too close. Just wait over here. Like, this is perfect. Just wait right here for the clear. But he got too close, and now the ball is able to get over his head. You see what I'm saying? When you get too close, you're more likely to get beat. That's why, especially in the lower ranks, it's far better to just sit back a little more. That's it. He's covering the back wall. Nice. Good patience. Okay, this is terrible recovery. That's fine. We'll keep watching this guy. Okay, let's see why he scored though. Yeah, okay. It's just first it's a bad challenge from Warped. Warped is trying too hard. I think I discussed this in the previous video. He's just trying way too hard. And he's making himself awkward. And then Rexy decides to push into corner. I remember this. This play was stupid on their side. Rexy could have just stayed in the net or challenged us earlier or fake challenge earlier to get him to throw away the ball. But he doesn't need to go in the corner for boost because now he gives away the space. And obviously Enzo is going to take it, right? Enzo's going to drive right through. Extremely dumb play from the orange team. So look, the blue team, I don't know why he's looking. I guess he likes to see his decal, but yeah, you don't want to be overly aggressive like Orange team. And this team is playing more calculated and smart. And I guess they decided to do a pass play here, which is good. Weak shot, that's okay. But he shouldn't have went out wide like this. He should have cut in immediately because there's a shot course that opened up, right? If you find yourself in this situation, please just turn around a bit. You can't follow this ball anymore because this ball is going way too quick, right? It's too quick. So if you try to follow this, again, you're going to get closer and closer, but he can beat the player really quickly here. So just recognize that you're beat, turn around, cover the middle space where the shot is going to come through, right? That's all you got to cover for. Right? Because look, I mean, it wasn't totally straight how the arrows are here, but Enzo can definitely just cover a lot sooner. So let me get rid of these arrows now. Alright, cool. Let's go back. Rotates behind his teammate, which is, it's okay. Yeah, I don't think he had to leave so early, but he recognizes here that he doesn't want to go after this anymore, right? Because he's got no boost. So again, you see how he's just not sticking around anymore? He's going to let his teammate who has boost, right, to go after it instead. So he's signaling to his teammate, hey, it's your turn. So Bogo's, you know, pushes up more. Good power shot. Yeah, I remember that. That was a lucky touch, honestly. Yeah, right? He's waiting in middle just in case. He wants to go for Bogos, right? Because Bogos is showing that with his car movement, he wants to go back. So he has to challenge or fake challenge, right? He has to be the guy to stop the play. And look, what's funny is that Warped messed up. Right? Look, he turned in, right? He starts to turn in as soon as Warped Ghost is in a terrible position. Look, he jumped off the wall and he's all backwards again. So, he's using his game sense and his awareness of the field to see that he's in a terrible position so he can turn around after this. See? And he gets an easy clear. Easy pressure. Didn't need to jump after this. Why? Because he's not closer to the ball at all. He's going to get beat to this either way, so... Look at this. Look what happens. He takes his time, right? He's not going to try to jump off the wall and go after this. Remember in the last video? I think it was in one of the corners. Some guy went up and tried to jump after it, even though he couldn't. Right? Let's look at Rexy's point of view, too. No boost. Yeah, he didn't really do anything. He should have just did nothing. Went back instead. But gets a good 50 there. But the point is, you see how Bogos takes a wider approach? It's so much easier to read the ball if he goes a little wider. Good bump. Now let's look at Enzo's point of view. He's waiting back here. It's perfect. He's still waiting. He doesn't challenge. Why? Because Warped Ghost is closer and he can touch the ball before Enzo does. And he knows that, so he's playing position instead. Okay, that's a little bit risky. That's also a risky 50. That almost went in the net because the pocket, the ball is definitely going to pinch this way. He should have 50'd it to the left. Look at this. This is interesting. Very interesting here. He knows he's got no boost. He can't reach this in time. The ball is moving really quick. Warped Ghost also cannot shoot this, right? There's no angle. The ball is moving opposite, and Warped Ghost is also going to the opposite side, right? It's all about physics, right? If the ball is moving this way, the opponent is also moving this way, right? How can the ball just snipe in this way? It just doesn't make sense. Basically the physics doesn't apply to this, right? So Bogos doesn't have to he doesn't have to go after this. So when he sees that, you see, once you start understanding what is important to go after and what's not important, then you can actually make smarter decisions because of that. So he doesn't need to panic. And there you go, look. The guy messed up and now it's an easy goal. And that's why they're playing so much better. They're smarter. They're more patient. They're more observant. This isn't about mechanics, right? It's not. Absolutely not. Interesting challenge, but this is okay. But because he knows his teammate's going to spawn back. He almost gets a shot in the net. Although, he can probably just fake challenge this, because again, Warped Ghost can get the ball around him quite easily. So he can fake challenge this, turn around, and be on defense later, right? He needs to bait the opponents to throw away possession. And essentially, he did do that, if you watch. See? He did throw away the ball, right? Instead of jumping up after it, he could have rotated around and played the next ball. He's going to wait in middle here? No? Okay. Alright. He sees the opponent isn't doing much with this ball, right? He's just looping around like crazy, so he knows he can beat him to it. Questionable challenge afterwards, though. I mean, that's going to be tough because the ball is up against the wall. He can't really score that, so this is bad on his part. He's overcommitting. And now he's putting his teammate in a 2v1. And he should have scored this, right? Remember I said that at first I was like, oh yeah, nice try on the dribble? Well, no. I said it on the text above, on the screen that this was actually a wide open net, and it is. He should have just tapped the ball in. He should have just, instead of going around, he should have just dodged into it straight. Right? Now he's buying the blue team time to get back by cutting the play slow. Right? This is a terrible idea, and it's game sense. It wasn't mechanical error, it was a game sense problem. He chose the wrong thing. He chose the wrong thing to do. So they're just straight up dumb, the orange team. The orange team is probably scratching their heads why they're losing. Nice. He stuck around, right? Just in case, if he can help out. And this is what you want to do as first man. You want to extend. You don't want to always rotate behind your teammate. Stay up a little bit and see what you can do. And he sees that the ball is moving faster away from the opponent, so he can actually go after this. There you go. Makes it easier on the second man. And it's all about playing slow. He doesn't need to do that because now he flipped and lost possession. Good try in the shot. It's just not enough power. Alright, this is fine, right? Because Bogos basically baited the opponent to throw away possession. That's what you want to do as first man. Right? Oh, look, he also gets a bump. So now Enzo can do whatever he wants with the ball. Nice. Nice shot. Yep. Okay, so he gets the shot. Warped Ghost decides to throw away the ball away. He's chasing after the ball because he knows he can. And then, I'm surprised Bogos went after it, but they're up 2 points at this point, so they don't really need to play super passive. But he's also covering the space too. He's covering the left side. I think he went because he knows that Warped is very much pressured. So it's probably a much easier ball to go after. But he doesn't have to do this. That's it. Yep, they score. So, alright. So, that is it for this replay analysis. So what did we learn from this, guys? What did we learn? We learned that positioning, patience, and awareness are the 3 key things in the lower ranks especially to rank up. You don't need to be the most mechanical player at all. You don't. Realistically, you don't. I would say that when it comes to mechanics, you want to be fundamentally consistent as possible, because if you have a strong foundational core, the more advanced mechanics will become easier to do, but just playing fundamentally is really all you need, because if you really think about it, a lot of goals are scored with just basic open net shots, or just simple power shots, or basic flicks, right? You don't need to be the most mechanical player, right? So, yes, that's what we can take away from this game here. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see everyone in the next one. Peace.